Hi, I'm Joni from One Dish Kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to make a small batch of blueberry scones. Now, I love this recipe because you can really mix in any kind of fruit you like. I've made them with peaches and apples and just plain lemon poppy seed scones, and they always come out perfect. They're tender and buttery and incredibly delicious. Let me show you how we do it. So we're going to start out by mixing together a cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to mix this together. Next, we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of cold butter, and I'm using salted butter cut into small pieces. So add the butter to the flour mixture. And you can use either a fork or your hands. I find it much better to use my hands. And we're gonna cut the butter into the flour just by squeezing the butter into the flour. And we're gonna do this until the butter gets mixed in. The flour will start to look like maybe wet sand. It's a messy job, but actually kind of relaxing. Now we're going to mix together in a separate bowl 1 large egg yolk and 1/4 cup of milk. And then we're going to add in about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And I like to add in about 1/4 teaspoon of some lemon zest. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. And we're going to stir it just until the dough comes together. Now we've got about 1/2 cup of blueberries. So we'll add this to the dough and gently fold the blueberries into the scone batter or the scone dough. Just be very careful. You don't want to crush the blueberries. Okay, there we go. See, that's how it looks. Take a cutting board and just dust it with just a little bit of flour and just gently knead it just ever so lightly. You want to form a circle that is about 5 inches in diameter, about 1 inch thick. And then I'm going to cut the dough into 4 squares. Okay, just like that. Next, we're going to put the scones on a parchment paper lined baking sheet. Just like that. And we're going to bake it in a preheated 425-degree oven for about 12 to 14 minutes. So these are going to go into the oven right here, but I've already baked some. And this is what they look like. And they are so pretty and so golden, but we're not done yet. I'm gonna show you now how to make the glaze. Now you don't even need a glaze, but I just love a lemon glaze over the blueberry muffins. I just think it just brings the whole scone together. It's just so good and easy. Let me show you. So we're gonna take powdered sugar. So it's about 1/2 cup of powdered sugar that I've sifted. So I've got this in the bowl. And then we're gonna add in 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. And also, I like to add in a little bit of lemon juice as well. Now the thing about making a simple glaze like this is you can make it as thick as you like or as thin as you like. So if you find that your glaze is too thick, add a little bit more milk or lemon juice. If it's too thin, add a little bit more powdered sugar. I like a little thicker glaze, so this looks perfect. And this is a great little glaze recipe that you can use for just about anything. Cookies, anything like that. And then just start drizzling some of the glaze. Well, maybe I should use a spoon here, which I don't have, but here's a fork. Drizzle a little bit of the glaze over the scones. And then you can even add a little bit more lemon zest to make them really pretty. Ready in no time. They're tender, they are filled with blueberries, and they're absolutely delicious. Mmm. Mmm.